Hi Amy, thanks for having me over. Are you ready to go to San Diego? Would it be okay if I give myself a quick tour? If it's okay, let's sit on the kitchen table so we can lay everything out. Now let's talk about moving you to San Diego. Now first thing I would like to do is to review your situation about what's important to you about making this move. Now, I have three bottom line questions for you. Are you ready? Are you definitely ready to sell the property? Great. Will you price it to sell, or will you be okay if it just sits on the market? Fantastic. And most important, do you want me to get it sold for you? And the purpose of today's meeting is twofold. One is for me to provide you with important information about what it's going to take to get your house sold for top dollars so you can move to San Diego by June 1st. And second, for us to decide if the right thing to do is to partner with me in the sale of this house. Does that sound fair? Great. Now, whether you decide to hire me or not, I hope it becomes clear to you through today's meeting that my commitment is to help you get what you want. If I can't help you, I'll let you know, because I'm not just interested in getting a listing. However, I'm very interested in helping you move to San Diego because that's what you want, right? Now, there is one key item left for us to address today, and that's to establish the right price to put your house on the market, because that will cause it to sell. Because you don't want to put it on the market and not have it sell, right? Now, here's what I will do. As soon as you decide to hire me, I'll do everything it takes through my action plan to get your house exposed to all the qualified buyers in the area. That's the kind of exposure you want, right? So the key thing today is to establish that right price that will get all those qualified buyers excited about your house when it comes to the market. Now, in preparation of this meeting today, I did a thorough market study about your house. It's also called comparative market analysis. Are you familiar with that? Now, there are three main parts of the market study. First are the active listings. This is your competition, right? I call it dreamland, because this is the price what people want for their house, but don't know if it will actually sell for that price. Second, expired listings. Do you know what these are? Yeah, these are the homes that didn't sell. They wanted to sell, but something went wrong and they didn't sell. So I call it never land. Can you see why? Because you never want to be there. Third are the sold, or the reality. This is what the homes are selling for in the market. So for today, this is where we will focus, because in order for you to get to San Diego by June, which of these categories would you want your house to end up in? Sold, right? So the purpose of market analysis is to determine the value of the house. First, as the buyer will look at it. Second, as the appraisal will look at it. First, the appraisal, because that's who the lender will hire to determine the value of the house based on what comparables are being sold in the area. And that's what buyers are actually paying for the house, right? So second, to price your house in a way that will make it attractive to the buyers, because is the buyer only going to be looking at your house or comparing with other homes? Obviously, they are going to be comparing. So as they compare, what do you think they are comparing? They will be comparing to features like quality, condition, location, and price. So are you ready to look at the CMA? Now this house is very comparable to yours. Notice how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how big the lot is, what year it's built, how big the garage is. Now, have you seen this house? Your house is nicer than this house. This house is a little bit nicer than yours because, this house is very comparable to your house. Notice the price on this house, how many days on the market. How does that work with your move to San Diego? Now, based on what these comparables are telling us, what price do you think we should list your house that will make the buyers excited about choosing your house over our competition? Now, after looking at your house and reviewing what the market is telling us, I suggest we list your house at $500,000, because that's the right price, correct? Now, that price will give us the best price for your house in this market in the best amount of time so you can get to San Diego by June. Isn't that exciting? Now, based on what we have discussed, do you have any questions? Are you ready for the next step? The next is the net sheet. The net sheet gives us the cost associated with selling of the house and how much you will actually walk away with at closing. That is something you would want to know, correct? Now, these are all the seller cost associated with selling of the house. Now, based on a realistic sale price of $500,000 and a closing date of June, the estimated net proceed for your house is $80,000. Is that the number you can live with? Well, I understand it's a little less than you expected, but is that the number you can live with if you have to? Excellent. So if I get it on the market for $500,000, which we agreed upon is the right price, are you ready? Are you ready to put me to work? Are you ready for the next step? So can I lay out what's going to happen next? Here are the highlights. First, we want to make sure that the house look at its best, right? Second, I will be preparing marketing for your property and launch my pre-marketing campaign immediately because you did want us to get most exposure to the market as fast as possible, right? Perfect. Then I will launch my exclusive 10-day marketing blitz. Your property will be marketed to every potential buyer out there and promoted to every licensed realtor and their buyer through multiple listing services. Plus, I will have it syndicated to about 5,200 real estate websites, including all the most popular ones. Of course, you understand how important that kind of interest that is, because you do want me to give you the most exposure to bring the best buyer in here, correct? And with that kind of exposure, assuming we will get a lot of buyer, I'll be following up with all those buyer and negotiating all the offers that will be coming up to bring you the top dollars for your house. So are you ready? Are you ready to start packing? Well, I don't mean now, but soon. Any question before you are ready to put me to work? Great. I'm going to have you initial over here at CMA and NetSheet, and we'll take care of rest of the paperwork later. Congratulations.